I said I'm pretty proud of how Systems is doing so far.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I got Systems and Ame to subscribe. Ame and Dinzy to subscribe too, because Ame didn't even know we had a podcast.
Did we never tell her?
I put it in the Discord, but it's been so
It's not,
we don't
yeah,
use the Discord as often.
Yeah.
So while I was streaming, I was like, oh, we have a podcast, and so she subscribed. She's gonna check it out. Dinzy said she's already watched a couple episodes, which is nice.
Fire.
So
Shout out Denzi. Shout out
Ame
Ame
and
too.
Dinzy.
That's another topic.
They OGs before Systems was even a thing.
You know who I miss?
Who?
Because when I think of my Twitch streams, the OGs, Ame, Dinzy,
Of course.
and then the Lost Soul, who I literally
I already know.
haven't spoken to in well over a year, Murdoch.
Oh, Murdoch.
What happened to
man.
Murdoch?
I wanted to text in the Discord. I wanted to add him like, bro, you good? What's going on, man?
I think it's just because he had just graduated. He was going to a trade school to become an electrician, and I think now he's just too busy. Just doesn't check out Twitch anymore.
You're
I think
right.
his life is just hitting him.
Yeah, and then also
Shit.
I think he's taking a break, probably. I'm pretty sure one day he'll pop
One
up.
day he'll pop
yeah,
up. He'll be
'cause
like,
he
you guys
did
remember
once.
me?
But also I haven't streamed a lot on Twitch, so
Yeah.
And that's
He-
where
he
he
never-
followed you mainly.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
never was really on Discord.
So it's entirely possible that maybe he's like, either you watch Futurama.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Futurama's funny.
I like it. This is one episode where they found Fry's dog fossilized, and then at the end of the episode it cuts back and it was like Fry's dog waited for him for years and it died. That's Murdoch right now. He's sitting there with Twitch open, he'll stream
One day.
again one day.
One
day. Catch him.
Because I had him on Instagram, but the account I had him on I deleted, and I have a new account, but I don't remember what his username was, so I can't even find him on there. And he doesn't use Discord ever, so I'm not gonna be able to ask him there. So I hope he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Remember that time? Were you guys on the stream where he his house got broken into?
Yeah, I see.
I wasn't.
Dude, that was a wild one.
It was weird. We were I don't even know what we were playing, but we were playing something, and he was like, "There's a man in my house."
Was that a joke? No,
I
that was
thought
real.
so, but he if it was a joke, he kept it up for a while.
No. He posted pictures. He showed us pictures.
Did he? Because if it was gaslighting, he kept it up because I remember.
Yeah, I
it
do
was
remember that.
Sometime after the stream, he was a man broke into my house while he was there because he was home alone. I guess. So that was kind of nuts. I don't know. I don't know for sure if that's real, but if
I
it is,
feel like I remember him posting pictures of the guy from his.
I wouldn't doubt it because I think he said the dude got arrested.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It was a pretty wild time. For those that don't know, Mariak is one of Phantom's Twitch streamers, Twitch viewers from Spain. Ame's from Romania.
She's from Romania but lives in Germany.
Yeah.
Yep. And Denzi's from France.
Yeah.
Yep. And I wanted to speak about them for so long. Dude, it is insane that we know them.
That is
insane
crazy.
that we know people from the other side of the world.
That was one of my
Crazy.
favorite things about streaming on Twitch is that
And we would talk to them regularly.
We would talk to them regularly. Like they were us. Like they were sitting right here.
yeah.
We can still text them. Like, hey,
One
what's
of
up,
these days, I want to meet them. One of these
yes.
days. Like if Systems ever takes off or my own channel takes off, we could do a little world tour, right? Go visit Europe, and that'd be so cool to meet them. Especially because European countries are they're about the same distance from each other as U.S. states.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible that if we went to Germany or somewhere near in between Germany and France,
You'd be
they
able
could
to
both-
come here and then go there.
Yeah. So I would love to meet them one day. It'd be awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's wild. To be like, oh yeah, my friend from France wants to play Minecraft with us.
Yeah, I knew.
Wow.
Because we had Ame, Dinzy, and Murdoch, but then there was dudes that were I think if someone was from Poland who watched. I can't. It's been so long that I don't remember their names. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
but I had
no.
people from Poland. I had someone from Sweden. I had it was just what I don't know. I had more international viewers than I did American viewers.
You did.
It was really weird, but I'm glad because it was cool. I learned a lot.
Oh fuck. Damn. You wanna? We didn't do an intro. Do a.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Systems.
Yo.
This is going to be a new series, Systems International. To my right here we have,
Mr. Glenn.
and to my left we have.
The host with the most. Bro.
I'm literally doing the intro.
Shut up.
Today we're talking about something we
Things.
kind of just got into it. I did actually have an idea of something to talk about, but I figured we can have a conclusion to this talk about Dinzy and everybody. It was pretty much just, first of all, check me out, Phantom Dragon 89 on YouTube and Twitch.
Bro, you gotta do something about that 89, bro. You gotta do.
Look, dude.
What is that?
Look,
I know
okay.
you've explained
You gotta
that
do something about the dragon too, bro. You're not 12.
Look,
Just be Phantom.
Look,
I don't know.
It's
been
yeah,
his,
Black Dragon 24.
He's made his legacy off
what
of
was
it.
the 24? Zach?
Bro, chill, bro. What the fuck?
Look,
I was joke about that.
Look.
Oh, Black Drago's on.
all I'm gonna say is at this point, it's just too nostalgic for me to get rid of. I'd feel bad. I'd feel like I'm betraying my young self if I got rid of it.
Man, that's
But-
hard. That's hard.
Yeah, but all I'll say about the 89, there is literally no reason for the 89. Because what happened was I got in my Xbox. My username, I talked about a little bit, stems from Minecraft. Because John Tez introduced me to Minecraft. I was watching a bunch of Minecraft videos and I found out about the Ender Dragon. And I was like, the Ender Dragon's so cool. I'll be the Phantom Dragon. Now, I wanted to play Minecraft. I played it. The mobile version sucked. So
mobile version was ass.
for like Christmas one year, my mom got me a 360, Xbox 360, and they had a version of Minecraft. So when I booted it up and asked me to make a gamer tag, I was like Phantom Dragon, and then I was like, but there's no way no one's used the name Phantom Dragon before, so I have to add a number to it.
Oh.
And then I just thought of numbers that sounded cool. I was like, 89 has a nice ring to it. And that's the only reason why it's there. There's no actual purpose to 89 other than I thought it was
pretty.
One day we're gonna have like shit, right? Because eventually you're gonna have your own merch. Right? There's gonna be systems merch, but you have your own shit. So you'll have your own merch, and then that's gonna be your number. One day you're gonna have like a jersey or something, and it's gonna have just 89.
Cool. That'd be kind of cool. Because even like my Instagram, follow me there too. 89_tabs. Like I have kept 89. Look, he hates that people call me tabs.
No one calls him that.
He believe. Chris has
No one calls
literally
him that.
called me tabs in front of you.
Because you make him.
I did not. We do not have an allegiance that close for me to be able to. What do you think this is?
You think I can just make him do anything with a wave of my wrist?
Yeah, people call me Tabby.
Nobody does,
Tabs
bro.
is short.
He started this shit like 2 weeks ago.
I'm not.
And now everyone
Look,
believes him.
I'm not
Bro,
saying if you want to call me Toby, that's cool. I'm just saying that Tabs is
Toby,
there.
I've never heard. You're the only one.
Leon calls him Toby.
I've not. He called me Toby maybe once, like 3 years ago.
God.
All right, you're crazy.
It's not Tobias.
It's
Tobias.
Tobias. It's
Oh
with
my
an A.
God,
It's
bro.
with an A. Oh. Okay, I have a. This is one I want to talk about, but I have a small update on that story I was telling you guys about my name.
Yeah.
So this is probably going to be a story that I talk about between episodes. You're gonna have to come back. This is going to be like the
This is
next
Tobias update part 2.
next time on systems. So I asked my mom. I was picking her up from work and we were going home, and I was like, "Mom, what was the story behind my name again? Like, who was I named after?" And she was like, "Okay, so it was a friend of someone." She was like, "It was the friend of someone I knew at school." Because originally she was gonna name me something else. I can't remember what it was. but she was gonna name me after this guy she knew in middle school. But she thought his friend's name was cooler, so she named me that instead. And I was like, wait. That's not the story as I remember it. I was like, wasn't I named after the guy who got shot? Because she told me growing up that she
lied.
Well, but then she was like, that was something else. And apparently my middle name came from this guy who she met when she was pregnant with me that like fell in love with her and wanted to be like, he was like, I'll get with you, I can help you raise your child, because she was estranged from my dad, they broke up and everything. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I was like, that's the guy in the wheelchair, right? Because she told me that it was a guy. So then she was like, what? No, that's a whole different guy. And I was like, who the fuck was the guy in the wheelchair? And she was like, yeah, there was a guy who also was in love with me who was in a wheelchair. He got stabbed to death. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Your mom
Your
needs to
mom's
stop.
crazy.
Stop meeting people.
Yeah, I was like, there's like a weird conspiracy like thing going on where it was like anyone who fell in love with my mom got killed. Like, I was just like, because I
What if
remember
you're like a lost prince, bro?
Wouldn't that be some shit? Yeah, like so. There was like me and my brother was like, cast him away. So I don't want him to inherit the throne. And so like, that would be something else. Because it was like growing up, she was like, it could be that I just mixed all three stories together growing up. But how I always interpreted it was, I was named after some guy she dated who was in a wheelchair because he got like shot or something, and he was paralyzed. Who was in a wheelchair, but then he had got like, it was like some winter night he got stabbed, right?
Winter night.
Yeah, he got stabbed, and then in an attempt to not just die, like he was out in the cold, he like crawled under the porch of his like mom's house. He passed away, right? It was like a real sad story, and so I was like, that's what I expected to hear. But now I have 3 different fucking plot lines to ask about because I'm gonna
This is a
want to know
whole
more.
fucking story, bro.
This is like determines who you are as a person.
I
Are you
feel-
are you a man who got
Th-
shot and then stabbed in a wheelchair? Or are you
This is
your mom's love?
This is I'm about to start looking them up. I'm gonna do some detective work, pinning shit onto the board, being like, yeah, this does connect.
What if she says one of them is your father?
Be like, cool.
What I'm thinking of the even bigger plot twist is that none of these are even real. Your name has like some whole other meaning that she doesn't want to tell you.
It's possible. It's entirely possible. 'Cause
Tobias is the prince line, but you can't know until
You're
you
like
come
the
of
fifth
age.
Tobias.
I'm Tobias the Sixth. Like that'd be crazy. Because I remember growing up, I was like, what if I was like adopted too? Like, man, that'd be crazy. But like, I feel like that same principle applies to so many factors of my life where it's like, maybe I misinterpreted that story growing up. Like, I still need to ask my dad if he actually tried drowning me in a pool. I really need to know if that was real.
Get that man on a podcast.
That
man.
one's a hard one.
Yeah,
That might because he could just lie, man. You know.
yeah,
That's like a deathbed confession.
literally. Because like she could be lying to make him sound bad to me,
But he could have.
But he could actually have done it and then lied and says he doesn't. I don't know.
Or they could
You'll
just
never.
prove-
You'll never. You'll
You'll
just
never
have to
truly
choose.
know. Yeah, you'll never
Yeah.
truly know. That's
But-
the only thing.
If I'm grateful for any reason, it's that I have some weird stories that I can tell on here because of it. Because I'm going to update you on that name one. I gotta know more. I have to know more.
Lore.
Yeah.
Bro, the lore of dragons.
This is
bro.
deep lore, phantom deep lore.
Wish I had something shit, man. I'm like the side character.
But so here, I'm sorry. Well, did you guys have any topics you wanted to talk about?
Oh, you can do that.
I was
Okay.
on just munching bullshit.
So there was a little like a debate that I've had among my friends multiple times. Every time I ask someone else about it. We're gonna call it the Clone Hypothetical. So here's how I'm gonna start it to ease you into it.
Okay.
There's this YouTube channel I watch called Oni Plays, and someone on that channel asked, if you had a clone of Hitler, would it be moral to torture it?
Nah.
And mind you, it's a clone of Hitler at the height of its powers. So he knows everything he's done up to that point, and he thinks it's him. He thinks it is Hitler
Oh.
Yes.
because it's a perfect clone.
Yes.
To torture him, me personally, nah, not for no reason.
But would you? Okay, you would kill him. Okay.
Because for me, memories make up who you are. Right? So let's say you lived an entire life. Right? Let's say your name is David. You lived an entire life. You get hit by a car, you wake up in a coma.
It's always David.
You wake up in a coma and now they say, "Hey, your name is Jeffrey." On some bullshit. You're an entirely different person.
Yeah.
You don't even know who the fuck David is. Right? So regardless if you're a clone, but if you have all of the memories of Hitler, that means in your eyes you did that.
Yeah, because that was my argument too. I was like, that Hitler thinks like Hitler, so he would want to kill Jewish people. Like if I just let that Hitler go out into society, he would try to do the exact same thing old Hitler did.
Absolutely.
Right? So, but the argument
There's the DoorDash.
they were making arguments like, well, it's not him, and I'm like, but it's him.
But it's him.
But it's him. So, with that said, because I won't name the guy who disagreed with me, but someone disagreed with me, so I asked him. I go, so if you got cloned right now, a perfect clone of you, would you let your clone fuck your girlfriend?
Oh. Oh, this is a real question. God damn it.
Absolutely not.
But mind you, the person said they would.
Absolutely not. I would never.
Dude.
But you gotta think though. Your clone, your
it's
clone
me.
is you. He's
But-
in love with that girl too.
I think about this shit all the time, that if I was to have a clone, like, say to my future self walked through the door right now, was like, nigga, you need to get out of this house. I would get out of this house immediately. I'm sorry. I wouldn't ask any questions.
It's not
No
you from the
question.
future,
But, okay, but look, back to the clone at least.
yeah, I would get the fuck out too, though.
I would, yeah, man.
I would ask not a single.
I would trust any version of myself. That's what I've put in my. I don't know why I live in a fucking movie. I live in a cartoon, man. But fucking yeah, I just told myself that if any type of form version of myself was just like popped up, I would instantly believe it because I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be in the movies where you see a clone of yourself, you try to kill each other. Me and my clone would be too fucking laid back to try to do that.
Because you've already made this agreement with yourself.
Yeah, like nigga, man, you go to like Canada and I'll stay here or something. Like like I would literally negotiate. Okay, the girlfriend.
Okay, there we go.
I'd rock paper scissors for it.
What?
Yeah.
Rock, paper,
Because
scissors.
it's just me.
That's
me.
it?
That is such a mature way to take it.
For her or to fuck her?
Oh, to fuck her. No, nigga, you can't just pop up and keep her. No, you gotta, yeah.
Okay.
That one, we may have to like fist fight or something. I don't know.
All right, never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
to fuck my girlfriend would. Because like I said, I know myself. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, man. If I lose, I'll be like, God damn it. I'll probably knock him out or some shit and tell him that he did. I don't know. Like, yeah, man, you did it. You just did so hard you passed out.
So, okay. So my answer before, because he said something that actually kind of snapped something in my head. My answer before was I would just kill my clone, like immediately. However, when I first heard that scenario, the reason why I was so dead set on like killing my clone is because I was like, I have some particular thing to lose here. I don't want my clone taking my girlfriend. But now I'm single. So I feel like if I was cloned, me and my clone would be chill. Because one argument that I made, like I'm mostly on your side of like I'd probably kill it.
Yeah.
But one argument that I think is reasonable is your clone is you, right? You guys both wake up. For that immediate instance that you guys both wake up from the pod, you're the same person. However, from that point, you split. Because even just what you two see differently from waking up...
Different memories,
would
different people.
now cause what... Like, your past selves are the same, but you going forward could experience something different.
Exactly.
So, after a while, that clone could be me, but with different values, different likes. So, if I'm single now, get cloned, and then I fall in love with a girl, he could fall in love with an entirely different girl. And then it won't be an issue. We basically just be twins.
Okay.
See, but here's my thing with, and specifically with me, right? I would have to kill my clone.
That was
I would
one
just,
drop.
I would just, yeah. I'm gonna put more. I'm just not gonna do it while I'm talking. I would have to kill my clone. I would have to because
insane,
I
man.
can. I know, like as a person, like if I had a clone, right, and he wakes up and he's for that split second he's me. We could probably come to an agreement where I say, hey, I'm gonna keep my girls and you can go out and get your own. Maybe. We could maybe.
Well, that's because you have girls to lose.
I wouldn't, however...
Oh, I see what you're saying now. We keep saying that.
I
Okay.
wouldn't, however, trust him.
Mm.
Because I know myself. I'm a piece of shit. I think if I was the clone...
You would try to dab him up.
I would 100% try to take him. 100%.
Because to that clone, they're his girlfriend.
That's my girl.
So no, I get what you mean. That's why I'm saying like,
But if I was single,
if
though?
you were single, it'd be a different story. Because like, if I was single, had a clone, and then we did everything together, then I'd be suspicious. Because I'd be like, okay, he might also be in love with this girl I'm in love with. But if it's like,
Oh, yeah.
we kind of
That's
do
tough.
different things, then it's a different story. Because you know, like there's some aspects that would still be difficult. We'd still have the same mother. We'd still have the same family. So it'd be like, oh, we're gonna go out and do this thing. Now we gotta pay double for just meat type shit. But generally speaking, if we could like I feel like if it was me, and I got cloned now, I plan on moving eventually. Like maybe in the next few years, I want to be on my own. So I would just be like, okay, me and you will just move different places. Simple.
I'm moving together with my nigga.
You would move in together with your clones?
Absolutely.
But then, but what if you start? Okay, assuming you're single in this scenario, what if you start picking up chicks and he likes the same chicks?
You have to buy them.
And I mean, I'm talking love, like not you two aren't gonna fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, he
But
was-
that at that point, that nigga is a different person almost. That's like if
So
I
that's
if
what-
I
that's
lived with
what-
my brother and we start to fall in love with the same person
well, that's what I'm saying. But like,
because they're not mine yet.
it's free game.
It's free game to who gets her.
Okay.
Right?
That's fair. That's fair.
If you do move in with your clone, like you said earlier, it's just your twin brother.
Yeah,
It's just a
That's
twin.
how I would see it.
But then imagine, right, in this scenario, because you are down to the DNA clones. So imagine you like I feel like like if I lived with my clone and my clone did everything with me, and then I got a girlfriend, I'd almost be like, you better not try to fuck my girlfriend, because she wouldn't know.
It's not that hard.
He could try and fuck my girlfriend without me knowing. And it's like,
You think? Wait, okay, I see what you're saying. Like how the clone would have like the same emotions as you do for the girl. Do you think? Say you're single, you move in with your clone, and then you find a girlfriend. Do you think the clone could think for himself and be like, okay, she's not mine. I don't like her. She's attractive, yes.
I'm saying, I think like they would think for their. I'm talking about specifically if your clone did everything with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I would want, like, if the only way I could live peacefully with my clone is if I'm like, we're gonna have to do shit separately. Like, I basically wouldn't want to hang out with him for at least for like a few years. I'd be like, let's not do shit together so that we don't develop the same. Because if we develop the same, we develop the same issues. But if we're, you know, let's say like he's gonna hang out with Leon and Jontez one day, I come do a systems things, you know, then we like switch around, because then those specific experiences would be different. Then it's chill. Then I'd be like, all right, now you're basically your own dude at this point.
One of us would have to choose a different name. Which is,
He can be Toby, I can be Tabby.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Zach and Zachariah.
I feel like this might be the most like peaceful resolution I've had to this hypothetical. Because when I asked Jontez and Leon, it was fucking chaos. It was absolute fucking chaos.
But it's only peaceful with me if I don't have my girls.
Yeah, it's only under specific scenario. Because if I had a girlfriend and dude was cloned, I'd be like, I know damn well.
He would try to take my girls. So I would try to take my girls.
Look, I get it. I get that it's me, but I still don't want him.
You know what? I just thought well. He just said he would try to take his girls. Me, I'm not very much into women who have
who are with people.
Yeah, who are with people. So my clone would probably. I don't know if my clone would have that same mentality. Like, man, that was
an argument Jontez made when we were talking about killing our clones. It was like, because we think about killing our clones, the clone would try to kill us too.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
But. So it also depends on your own mindset. Because, like, look, I've been going through the most random sexual identity crisis for, like, 3 months.
Did you decide what you are yet?
No. So it's entirely... I like the way you worded that. So it's entirely possible that... It's entirely possible that in this world, you know, the clone would, like... migrate another direction entirely, but when we first get cloned, he'd be thinking the exact same way I did. So it's very, very interesting.
Damn,
for sure.
man. Nah, I'd be. I don't know. What would I think? I don't know what we would do.
Maybe I could convince my clone to be asexual.
I don't know.
Unless I become asexual, we'll figure it out.
I do think having the knowledge that you are a clone will then immediately change you as a person.
It's like Fern.
Immediately.
Well,
Oh yeah, like I was. That's the question I wanted to ask. How long until one of you realizes you're not the original? And how long do you care?
I would want it to be known. I feel like if I was the clone, it would hurt, but I would accept it. Because life is still generally the same. So I would want my clone, because I know he would be okay with it, because I would be okay with it. I would want dude to know immediately, because I would want to know immediately. I'd want to wake up, look at the pod I was in, and be like, clone pod. Oh. Okay, because it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be like, damn,
I'm not the real one.
Yeah, I'm basically artificial, but at the same time, I am real, and I can go out and still live life.
I'm still here. Yeah.
Do you think? How would if we go the peaceful route? How would other people in your life would react to the second you?
Yeah, man, that's a hard thing too.
I will say one thing that'd be infuriating is like I already have.
Does your mother love your clone?
Yeah. That's a good question. I feel like, you know, I feel like as long as you're not constantly being like telling who's who, then it won't matter too much. Because at that point it becomes like they're not even a person anymore. You're treating them like an object. If you constantly you're like, hey mom, you're hanging out with clone me today, then it's gonna feel weird.
Right.
But if you're just like, you know, if your clone is like, hey mom, I'm coming over, we're gonna like eat dinner. Then she's just hanging out with her son.
Right.
Okay.
But as soon as you're like, clone me, it almost feels like, you know, it almost feels demeaning.
Yeah, but then how you guys were talking about changing names, they would know the clone.
Well, that's fine, but I mean specifically like naming them as a clone. That'd be like if
okay.
That'd be like if I had a son and I'm like, what's up, inferior son? Just like that. But if I'm just like, hey, what's up, Michael, I don't know, then that's, whatever. It's specifically labeling them that I feel like would be a negative thing to do.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
So Phantom it's fairly certain that he just doesn't want kids. Just doesn't want them.
No, unless I'm successful enough that I think... Because my problem with having kids is, I love my mom. My mom was not ready to have kids. She was, like, horribly depressed and drunk all the time. And I don't want to have a kid if I'm not in a position in my life where I think they could be happy. I don't want to risk any, like, weird, like, I don't want them, like, being anxious all the time or depressed, or, like, I want their life to be good. So I would have kids if I succeeded in life. But I would not have kids if I felt like I couldn't take care of myself with absolute ease.
Okay, I can see that.
And I would need to be completely in love. If I'm with someone that I don't think I'll stay with, then I'm like, no.
Because it's sometimes difficult to imagine. Because for some reason, to me, continuing my bloodline is so important to me. Man. For some reason, it truly.
I've actually wanted to talk to you about this because I remember you brought it up before.
Yeah, continuing my bloodline. If I had a brother and I knew he wanted kids, I don't think I would want them. For some reason, but I am the only son.
Ooh, okay, oh, yeah, that's big.
So it feels like you have that kind of pressure.
To continue my bloodline. It's like I imagine, right? How many people did it take for me to be me? And I'm just going to end it? Full stop? I'm just like, I don't know how to do it. I can't do that.
I was thinking about something like that. I've met my great grandfather. I ain't gonna say never. Okay, I've met my great grandfather, and that is to me personally, that's like a bigger, obviously, it's a bigger thing than just grandfather. Right. Obviously, you meet your grandparents, you're like, okay, these are my mom's parents. Your great grandparents, though, those are the ones who were really doing shit. Those are the ones who, for real, they're there because of them.
Set in stone everything that was gonna happen.
They're the reason you're here, for real. Like, grandparents and mom, yeah, okay, but the great grandparents are the ones who, for real, 10 toes down, was right then and there on the front line, And I was thinking about all these people that led up to me. Yeah. Back in like 1800, the Vikings. There are people who led to me, basically. That's why I'm just like, bro, that is what is so insane. There are people who are literally on slave ships who led to me. There are people who I'm related to who are probably still in Africa. There are people who I'm related to who was in the damn Civil War or something. Just like, bro, there are people who I will never know about, never meet, who was doing crazy shit, who I came from, who I got that shit in my veins. I probably got somebody else in my family, somebody in my bloodline. I was building houses, man, with the bare hands, just for the fucking fun of it.
See, you saying that actually, that's actually really interesting, because that makes me think, like, it kind of puts a different lens over. It's still the same general idea, because I want to have kids if I'm successful, or like I would have kids if I was successful, but now I want to have kids if I'm successful because I'm not gonna say just drop my last name, but like my family, going as far back as anyone will tell me, just consists of almost successful people, like completely beautiful but broken people. It feels like no matter who I ask about anyone, it's like they almost got to live a successful life and then something happened. Because my grandfather, he multiple times did he own houses, but because my grandma was batshit crazy, one got burnt down, and one of them he had to sell because he went bankrupt. And I'm like, imagine your circumstances of life making that happen to you. I want to, so if I am going to have kids, I want to at least be one of the people in my bloodline who could confidently say I was successful. Because then any of my bloodline going forward can look back at it and go, yeah, they're full of batshit crazy people, but yeah, then it's like just by having a kid, because a lot of people are like, I want to have a kid because I want to leave some sort of legacy. I want to have some part of me continue on. Okay. But it's like, if you don't have anything to leave,
what do you do? What's
the point? Because now all you are, you I don't want to be a bad memory. That would suck. So that's interesting.
So
because then also, I'm sorry.
No,
because then also I feel like I feel like it's almost disrespectful to your ancestors if you don't try your hardest to make yourself successful before having a kid, because then all that lineage leading up to you was kind of not worth it. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think you should have to do something to be worth living. Everyone is worth being here, but like, if you're going to have kids, you know, make all, like, I would feel so, my one goal in life growing up was that I wanted to be successful to repay my mom. And if I can't do that, I would feel awful, let alone having a kid that I can't take care of. So, yeah, sorry. Now you can go.
Oh. I was gonna say that my grandfather's name is Zach. My pop's name is Zach. Now my name is
Zach, quote unquote.
but I'm the third Zach, right? Yeah. And my son, his name's not gonna be Zach, but I'm gonna call him Zach too.
Oh.
And
you gonna name him directly after you, or?
No, he's saying it's gonna be like he's not gonna name him Zach, but he's gonna call him Zach.
Yeah.
Okay. So like,
because that's what's going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
How is that gonna work though? Your nickname's got to be some type of
his name is Zach, right?
Yeah, because we call him. His name's not Zach.
I know it's not Zach. I know it's like but Zach is still short for it, right?
No.
Is that your middle name?
No. Anyway.
But I would like, my dad and me, we have the same name. I would definitely like to keep Mandrella going. I would love to.
Honestly, now that I heard the fucking wild ass trilogy of stories related to my name, I might name like a son Tobias. Even though I really want to name my son.
What do you want to name your son?
I have I have two kind of options. I wouldn't mind naming one of my sons Lucius. Now that comes from the fact that I can't name my son Lucifer because everyone will think that it's a demon thing, and I'm like, fuck. Because I remember I sat there and it was Lucius was a playoff of Lucifer and something else. I can't remember what the second name was that I played it off of. No, I just thought Lucifer, because I was playing Persona 5 and got the Lucifer persona and thought he was fucking awesome, and I was like, that name is so cool. But I'm sorry. But continue about what you were talking about keeping the names going.
Oh, okay. One little side tangent. What I really wanted to do for a while, and I'm still thinking about it. I really wanted to name one side, like any babies I had from one of them, all devil names, and any baby I had from the other, all angel names.
I feel like that would cause conflict.
That would cause so many fucking problems, man.
I'm still thinking about it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You are insane, man. Your kids are gonna fucking hate you.
I'm about to name my kids some shit like Yaldabaoth. Yeah, this
Goliath.
is awesome.
Which is a demon.
Wait, what was it?
Mazikeen.
That's actually a fucking fire name. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
You niggas are insane.
Yeah.
Wait, hey, listen. She wants Mazikeen.
Even if not a first name, middle name could be cool.
Tell me Mazikeen ain't pretty.
It's fire. It's very, very fire. But then you gonna have them. Well, every kid. I'm pretty sure everybody's has had their name made fun of, especially me, man. Bullshit.
Nigga, my last name is Crumb. How many 5-year-olds
Nah,
do
man.
you think Zach Crumb? Come on now.
Yeah,
Dude, man, try saying Mandrella. Just try it. You know, if you didn't really grow up with me, or if you didn't really hear my name in school, you couldn't get my fucking name.
You know, growing up, I did not like my name very much.
I love my name. But go ahead.
The main reason why I didn't like it is because all the teachers would fucking mispronounce it. Like, no matter who you were, because it's an A, people will always think it was Tabius. But, like, I don't know.
That's not a bad name.
I mean, it's not the worst, but it used to piss me off.
They're technically they're not getting it wrong, you know. They're going by the rules of the, but it's at the same time. Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like.
Yeah, like the phonetic version. But I will say, there's names that would probably more likely get me, like I don't feel like I never got made fun of it. Like, look, if your name's Wolfgang.
Bro, Wolfgang!
People are probably gonna, make a little fun of you.
I don't know. He was pretty fucking tall. So
That's
I think that worked in his favor.
That's true.
And we knew he wasn't from America, so it wasn't like.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way you can be named Wolfgang and be 5'3". Nah, come on.
Nah, that's true.
You need some type of attributes, man.
That nigga is from like a Viking clan.
Yeah, man. You can't. Yeah. Anyway.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, I've had teachers all my life fuck up my name with it written down right in fucking front of them. They've left out letters, added letters.
Crazy thing is, I feel like if you look at it and just sound it out, because there's not that many vowels in Mandrella. I feel like you can't fuck it up that
It's not
bad.
that fucking hard.
No, but the thing is, they look at it, and then they're like, "Oh, there's more than 4 letters."
They go, they go, wait a minute.
That's it.
That's definitely a black name.
Oh man,
It's just like,
man, you don't even have to guess if it's a black name.
yeah.
Like really, Mandrella, you know. But I've had,
I
man.
feel like no matter, like, if it's a white name, no one's gonna fuck it up. But it's always if it's a black name, they fuck it up.
Yeah, that's insane. I
There's
didn't.
so many different spellings in my name.
I didn't want to go. I didn't want to get into race, but you know, it's
I feel like I
It
can't
happens.
name my son. Like, even if I didn't want the demon angel thing, I could never name my son like Tyrone.
No.
Come on.
No,
that's not a real name,
none of
man.
the- yeah, at this point, that is specifically relegated to stereotype.
Honestly.
Like, no one can just be named Tyrone.
Nobody on this earth, nobody in the past.
Oh, when were they born?
Yeah, when were they born?
Okay, so that's fair.
Yeah, I would say like after like 2004, 2003,
Yeah.
2004. Yeah, your name's not Tyrell.
Like, no one from our generation should be naming their kid Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Tyrell, maybe. I've known
Yeah,
a couple
that was not that
Tyrells, but
My cousin named Tyrone.
yeah,
I like that one.
but Tyrone.
I will say another thing that I kind of want to see go, which is kind of maybe hypocritical because we're talking about naming our kids after demons, but I'm tired of people naming their sons after like, or like their kids after like adjectives and shit.
Huh?
Like, look, like, well, it's not really an adjective. It's more precious. Or one of my cousin's names is Memory.
What's another one?
Memory.
Yeah, that's a strange
And
one.
I'm just like,
Come on now.
there's got to be some sort of idea. You can't just look in the dictionary and go, that
I like
sounds
that one.
cool.
That goes hard.
There's beauty. There's
Beauty? I've never heard.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard
honesty.
North. Yeah,
Honesty North, yeah.
That's kind of weird.
yeah. And when you think
Those
about
aren't even names. You're just
You're
saying
literally-
words.
you're looking through a thesaurus and being like, yeah.
You mean Northwest Kardashian?
So someone was playing Junior Jumble and they went, oh, honesty, yeah.
Junior Yeah, man. I don't know. It's insane to hear names like that. Like,
What you know what I think needs to go? Marianne, Anne Marie.
Any really really old person name,
Those gotta go.
bro. If Eustace walks up to me, that we got a problem.
Yeah, Eustace. Oh, I know somebody who knows somebody named fucking Gustavo. No, man, there's no way. That's like a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's-
You can't be named Gustavo. Augustus, okay, maybe, because I'm going for the Gus. But
Not Gustavo,
Gustavo,
man. That's
man.
crazy.
you are insane. You are a madman walking in the streets.
Meredith, get out of here.
Oh,
If your
Jesus.
name is Meredith, if you're not a 70-year-old woman,
If you are below the age of 70, your name is Meredith.
I don't know.
I hate to break it to you, pal. You're not gonna have a fun life.
Imagine if like 80% of our viewership was all named Meredith, and they were just like, man, fuck this. But oh man,
We have 5 subscribers after this episode.
Gertrude.
Gertrude.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
One of the names I think I've talked about this before. One of my genius of a mother, she had lists, like apparently a couple names she almost named me, and one of them was Huguenard. And I'm like, you must have wanted me to kill myself. There's no way you were gonna name me Huguenard.
Huguenot. Wow. Jesus.
There's a separate timeline out there in the multiverse where your name is Huguenard.
To be honest,
That's
I bet
crazy.
Huguenard me is buff from getting bullied and working out and being
Huguenot, you was doing pretty good, man.
like Huguenard. If your name is Hubert or Gilbert, nah.
Oh, you gotta
Jesus.
go. You gotta
That
go.
is not a real person, man.
Hubert?
Hubert. I don't know. They're like the same boat. You can't even pick which one is worse.
Bartholomew? No. dude.
Never heard of
Not
that.
Bartholomew.
Bro, Eugene? Come on now.
Yeah.
It's not a bad name.
No.
It's basic.
It's weird. It's strange. It's
I
strange.
feel like
If my name is Eugene, I have to be a white kid wearing
And you have to be
glasses
a
playing
nerd.
D&D.
yeah, you have to be a nerd. There's no way. Because what's
Can't be a
name?
stupid Eugene.
Name one football player named Eugene. Well, there's probably like 18, realistically.
They just changed their name.
Yeah. If I see a boxer, a buff ass like Mike Tyson boxer, knock someone out, and they go Eugene,
I'm done.
I'm gonna be mad.
This ain't Spider-Man.
Like as much as I love the show, if I meet a real nigga named Clarence,
Oh man. Clarence, nigga, what did you just say your fucking name was?
Yeah, like, come
What are
on.
you, a
I
child?
think I'd be fine with him. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to accept if he was in a higher position than me in any way.
I feel like I've
This
met
is your
Clarence.
manager, Clarence. You ain't no way.
Yeah, I'm being promoted because I this cannot
Dude,
stand.
I feel like I've known someone named Clarence. I can't. I don't know. But yeah, Clarence is a strange name.
I will.
Sorry for ragging on
will-
everyone's names.
Yeah, man, we probably. What is with us?
Out of the
Didn't we-
1,700 views, I'm pretty
We
sure
had to
named
make
them
at
shit.
least one enemy for sure.
Didn't we
to.
already fuck up everyone named David? David
Davids
hates
are a
us.
problem. Not even because the name sounds bad. Just because I've not met a nice David.
I don't know, man.
I'll give you a one pass. But how many nice Davids do you know?
Off the top of my head, one.
Just one? Okay, so that's
I
two
don't know.
passes.
I've never met a nice David. I'm gonna have to see them.
Yeah, I need proof.
I need proof. Honestly, it's going to. We're ragging on it, but it's going to be a point where like it's going to
Orion
come
would be one
back.
thing.
Like retro names.
Oh
Because
yeah.
eventually, no one's gonna. Man, when's the last time you ever heard of Meredith?
Well, some
I
people
want to name my daughter that.
Some people also name their kids after like grandparents.
How do I buy
Oh, yeah.
So like maybe you will get like
But that's
Hubert,
more
Dominique.
like middle names. They do more like middle names.
That's true.
Wait, did I ever say? I don't think I ever said the story of why I'm Zach on podcast.
Not on the podcast now.
Really, it's not even that I didn't. So I moved from Chicago, right? And then it was either
Yeah, we gotta get new ones.
right, and it was
somewhere.
my first time seeing white people.
Thanks for saying the city's names, by the way.
Fuck. Well, come on now. It was either one of them, and it was my first time seeing the Caucasians. It was my first time, and I don't know. They were really nice, and I was weirded out for a while, and so I'm walking to class with my pops, right, and then they're like, the teacher, she's like, "Do you want to tell everyone your name?" I'm in front of the class. "Do you want to tell everyone your name?" I'm like. and she says something to my pops. I don't know, but he comes. He's like, "You want to just say my name?" And I was like, "I'm Zach." And then that's it. The story's not even like it's not even a big thing. I don't know. And then that's
Your dad was probably like, nigga, just say your fucking name.
I actually will say
it's great. It's how normal it is. It's not like even a.
I think that's a pretty good insight at how much kids are stupid, but they're smart enough to pick up on certain things because you grow up and realize that there are people who see like black names and they're I feel like if you go to like an all white school and you're a black kid, you get sensationalized and it's weird. So it's almost like you picked
hair.
up on that, and so you wanted to just be like, oh yeah, the hair especially. So I think you just picked up on that as a kid and were like, let me not say my name.
They were, and there's nothing against them because they really were just genuinely nice kids. I just think I was the first that they've seen of me, right? And they were the first I've seen of them. And there were just so many more of them than there were of me. All right, and I don't know.
So
There was something I was gonna say, but I think I want to save that for another time because we gotta do another drive soon. I wanted to do one with just you and I because I have like two topics I want to talk about. With you.
How the drive videos were doing really good too.
The drive video, the clips,
video,
the clips, yeah.
the clips.
Yeah, that was doing good.
But they've been doing I think they're slowed down now, but they've been doing pretty good. The fucking one you just posted today.
The FNAF one?
Yeah, it brings me so much because it seems like we have a barrier because we would get so close to 2K. We got like two, 3 videos two, 3 clips that passed
surpassed
2K,
it.
but we would get so close to
It'll
2K,
be like 1.7, 1.8.
and it would just stop. But to see that we got 1.7 8 hours in, if we can just keep,
Man.
it's crazy to think about that though, right?
It'll just only go up from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Those views will turn to likes, those likes turn to subscribers.
Especially because when we were doing after hours, things slowed down quite a bit because we were just re-uploading clips, and the segments might not have been as clickable or whatever. So things slowed down. But with the last, once episode 12 hit, like season 2 started, episode 11 did all right, Episode 12 did okay. Episode 12 and a half has started picking up steam, and then the FNAF video started going up. Like now we went from we just gained like 17 subscribers within the past 2 days, something like that.
And it's crazy because at first, man, hey, we got 100 views. That's
Yeah, that wasn't even that long ago that we were freaking out.
Now
about
I'm
that.
like,
Oh yeah.
1,000 views. That's pretty standard for Eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice.
It's got me. It definitely does have me hyped because I have such high hopes for it, especially like whenever we hear feedback about it too. Like just when I hear like even if it's there was a guy who commented on it was like the clip about utopias, I think, where Chris was like, you know, money is only so important to us because humans created value for it. And someone commented it. They were like, this is a stupid argument because, you know, obviously I need money to feed my family and kids. And I ended up just having like a normal conversation in the comments with that guy where I was like, well, his argument is that shouldn't have to be a problem. And he was like, oh yeah, you're right. It just sucks that we live in that thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's unfortunate. And I'm like, he's seeing people come in and like have thought-provoking comments or questions or just
on our stuff.
That shit's so cool. I love
On
that.
our stuff.
We're actually like, it makes me wonder who our first like big fans gonna be.
Me too.
Like who's gonna be commenting on all the videos? Who's gonna be like, hey guys, I
Oh,
love
I
this
love you
shit.
guys.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget me when you blow up.
Because I remember when I was making videos on my channel, that shit made me so happy. I remember I made I uploaded like 3 videos. It was like the 2 random games. There was the game where I played like the gas station horror game and another one. And this guy just showed up and he was commenting on the videos. And he was just like, yeah, this is really funny. He was like, I was scared at first, but you made me laugh. And he was just like, keep this up because you're going to blow up one day. And that made me so happy. And then I let him down. No, I'll be
That's
back.
the end of the story.
I'll be back on the grind. But
He's just sitting there waiting.
Okay, genuine question for both of you, right? Do you think that fame will change you? Because everyone says, no, I'll be the same person. But it's not so easy.
It has to change you because you're a different person. You're different. You looked at differently. in
You have to
society.
live differently.
Me, I always think this. I always think like, what if I just somehow got famous tomorrow? I would always be like, oh, I would just be more safer, but I would still be the same. You know, I'd still every night if I got a couple dollars, give money to homeless person, or I'd still just be chill, laid back. You know, but it's like I can't. You can't take that risk.
see,
So my bad, but
No,
real
you're
quick,
good,
just
go
say we do pop off, go crazy. We can't just be riding around going to Walmart at fucking
Walking
down the
10
street.
p.m. Yeah, no more. We gotta fucking change.
you stop being a regular person in society. Now you're someone that people look at and think about, and that's because the funny thing is I actually thought about this literally yesterday. I was like, because it's kind of scary because people will like it will change them.
Yeah.
And I feel like by yourself, there's not much you can do, but with others, maybe. Like I think as long as I have my friends to humble me, keep
you
me
grounded.
grounded, then that's one thing. But yeah, like I think because you do, like you said, you have to kind of live differently. It's not like you can't just be a regular person anymore.
And that's, I think you're right with the friends thing. I think having someone in your life to keep you grounded and humble is what is very important. Because I remember watching an interview with Kevin Hart, and someone asked him, when's the last time you went to Walmart? And he was like, I don't even remember. Because he can't just walk. He can't get his own groceries. He can't. That way he would cause a scene.
Yeah.
People, especially because when he makes public appearances, a lot of times, and he's ready for that. There are rules in place so no one's get trampled.
Yeah.
Or pushed around. But if he just shows up in a public place, that can cause problems. People
Fair
can
game.
actually get injured, right? And that's crazy.
It's like Black Friday. Especially because, like, you look at modern famous people, and I want to have a talk about this on a podcast, maybe not here because it's already been 50 minutes, but
Damn.
growing up, I'd always hear like these boomers being like, social media sucks. But I'm actually at the point where I hate social media. Oh, yeah. Because if you're using it normally, whatever, right? Making posts, updating people about your life, posting pictures, sure. But social media is at such an unhealthy state because people let their like 12-year-olds or 13-year-olds get on there. So we're at a point in social media where you could go on Twitter and have people literally obsessed with someone to the point where they're like when you look at Dream, you have like Dream sexuals. It's like, what the fuck does that mean, right? You have people getting genuinely harassed, careers ruined, lives ruined over someone. And they were doing that even before social media, but now we have social media that makes it to where people can do it much worse. Whole communities of these, frankly, unwell people can gather, where it's like, fame now is fucking scary. If I got recognized by the one fan who's fucking buck-ass wild, I could get hurt. Like something like that. So you have to live differently if you're famous, which is kind of crazy to think about.
So fucking insane, man.
It is really crazy.
As much as people don't want to change. Well, I guess he could be like Keanu Reeves, Right. I don't know if you guys hear stories. He just goes out, gets ice cream, pays for people ice cream. He just does normal nigga shit.
That's true.
And it's like, I think it's how you carry yourself. If you just carry yourself to be, just that calm, relaxed, out of the way guy like him, you don't hear about Keanu Reeves.
That's true, because also it's like, unless you're like the biggest star on earth, not everyone's gonna recognize you.
You're right.
You hear a lot of stories of someone like running into a celebrity and then not even knowing it, because like if no one, like even if we'd have to get real famous to be recognized in person. So if we go about life living like unless we walk up stoically, bodyguards just walk out of a limo, then people are gonna, even if they don't know you, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is that guy? But if you're just a dude, you pull up in your fucking regular car, go get groceries regularly, then maybe no one would even recognize you. So that's fair. That's true. That's very reasonable.
How do you guys see? Because I do want to say, obviously, regardless of if we get big or not, I'm going to appear on systems, of course, right? I'm going to participate in of itself. But how do you see it going? Because eventually I want to say, oh yeah, I was an influencer, now I'm a businessman. Because I want systems to be something, right? Of course, we are systems.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't want that to mean we are only systems. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all systems is too. Right? The team get bigger. Maybe we meet people. Maybe that editor comes into one video, then he comes into another. And all of a sudden, the fans love him, and so he comes on the more.
Yeah, because we already have like other friends that aren't in systems that come on.
Yeah.
So, this is actually something that I've talked about a little bit or thought about. I don't know if we talked about it because Chris really doesn't want us to become like a brand. He doesn't want. He worries about us becoming a business, and I get the fear behind that because you look at someone like Smosh, when they got bought out, they immediately became like. Not Smosh. Or you look at like, and that's why people were really afraid when MatPat said they're selling game theory, because that would suck if everything changed because it's corporate now. So that's a reasonable fear. I feel like as long as we all remain friends, it's something that will remain.
Okay.
And really, I do want to add people to the team because if we want to make more content, we need editors.
We need people.
Like, at least like people in behind the scenes to do stuff. Because you look at Game Theory, like I said, they have like 10 people on the team, but you only ever see MatPat.
Right.
Right.
And his
so
wife.
If we might not need to have more people on videos, but at the very least we need help with
in the
production.
background.
So I want it to be big because also I really want systems to be a platform for other things. I want it to be essentially like an independent business where we can use it. Like we have the YouTube channel, then we have other sections. We've talked about this for sure. Like, I want to make games. Maybe we want to make animations. Maybe we want to make comics. Whatever we want to make, this could be like the
thing that facilitates that.
Yeah, it's like the big company that lets everything. Yeah, the parent company that lets everything else thrive is what I want it to be.
How do you see systems later, Mandrella?
I don't know. Good question. Maybe not too famous, but I think we get up there.
I feel like we got the potential.
I think we get up there.
I think we got the talent.
I think we get comfortable. That's what I say. I'd say
Absolutely.
comfortable instead of famous or instead of in between. I say we get comfortable. We get paid. Nothing crazy, but more than we was expecting.
Just enough to get to the point. I want it to at least be self-sustaining, so that we don't have to keep putting all of our own money into it constantly. If it can at least sustain itself, that's enough for us to then do what else other thing we want to do, and that's all I need it to be. Like, obviously, I want to keep working on it for as long as we're friends, but as long as it can serve as a stepping stone for each of us. Obviously, we all have different things that we want to do.
Right.
So this could be the first step in a staircase that splits off into like 4 different ways, and we can all find different things. Because I don't know what your biggest aspirations are, each of you, but even if it's not to get into something media related, if your aspiration is just to do something completely different, but just have systems as something to fall back on, then that works as long as it's there for us. That's all I really want, for sure. Because I plan on doing YouTube and all that stuff on my own anyways, so like as well as this. So as long as this can sustain itself, I'll be happy. Yeah.
Now that I'm started, I won't stop. I won't. I'll keep going until we make it where we need to be.
Yeah. That's what I want to say. Once we get to like I was saying, comfortable. I mean, we can just stop.
Yeah, no, we'll keep going.
I'm not saying stop, definitely not. I'm saying just don't push it. Don't push it to where we don't need to. Just don't be extra.
Innovate where we want. Innovate where we can, but don't. Because there's some people who they get a taste of fame and then all of it, like you said, they try to do too much. They start doing things that are like purposefully like what's the word, controversial, just to get out there. We don't need to do any of that.
Yeah.
No.
Come on now.
No, we'll just, if we have a new idea to add to systems, we'll add it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be like, I went to the hood with a gun, like those fucking prank videos.
Jesus.
Yeah, none of that.
Jesus Christ. Those are funny, but stupid.
The shit spray, yeah.
I do wonder if we'll do pranks one day. I am gonna prank Ethan. He's not gonna watch this. He's not.
No.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put some shit.
We'll
spray
put it
on
on the
him.
calendar and see if he doesn't see it, then.
But we're reaching the hour mark. Any closing? Anyone want to say anything else? Any lasting topics? Closing remarks?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay.
Man.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us for Systems for another day, another time. We always appreciate you. Cogs and gears. All we gotta do to sustain each other, to help each other, all we gotta do is keep spinning. Peace.